All right, here we have another video sharing some DIY, do it yourself. For those of you that are like me, that just, love your mixers and you just don't want to get rid of it and you want to repurpose it. So I purchased this Allen Heath. It's a 24 channel, the ZED. This is the one with the USB, no FX on it. So what I'm doing is I'm tapping into each of the channels 1 through 16, and I'm tapping right where the cable that controls the volume or the slider to the main out. I'm tapping right in there. Let me get a different angle over here. Here's the worst one. So right here we have red, green, and blue. So my red is my positive, green is my shield, and blue is negative. So for each of the channels, you can see here, I'm tapping into them 3 wires. Okay, so it's going to be the same thing for all of them. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to install 2 DB25s, 1 and 1, and that's going to be my breakout connection to a 2 8-channel DB25s, and they're going to be wire with the tascan pin out. So that way I can use this analog mixer, these nice preamps that it has, to feed it into my recording a little studio that I have. That way I can use it as a preamp, as well as when I take it on the road. So I will show you guys once I have everything done and connected, but this is just so that you guys get an idea what's going on. Oh, by the way, these taps that I'm doing on these 3 wires, these are post. So the volume that's going to come out of here, it's the one that it's off the trim. So that volume will have an effect here. The volume of the slider will not. It's going to be dependent on the trim. Now, any EQ that you apply, any inserts that you apply to the channel, if you put a compressor, maximizer, whatever that is going to come out post. So all of that is going to be sent to your input for whatever kind of recording gig you have. So these are being wired post, not pre. So that's pretty nice. So I can have some external processing, if you want to call it. So alrighty, I will show you once this looks better. Okay, here's an updated video. I've completed all the taps into the channels. I made the cutouts for the DB25s. I would say this is probably the hardest part, but there they are. I mean, they're not the best looking, but they're there. Now I just gotta wire everything in here. Now the great thing about these connectors, these have set screws, so I don't have to weld anything. I just have to run my cables onto the correct pins and lock them down with the screw. So that's the next step. Wire everything correctly and then put it to the test. All right, so I have finished now connecting all 16 channels with the DB25 connector. So let me show you. So right there you can see the 2 connectors. I just have one snake right now. So I have now tested the channels 1 through 8. I don't have any type of a hiss or ground. It's very clean. Now I want to share with you what you're getting when you do this. I think it's pretty cool. So first thing is the way that this has been wired, it gives you a post output. And what I mean by post is not post fader. So if you increase the volume here, it will not affect the output that you're getting off the board through that DB25. What you are getting is whatever your trim volume is on the mixer, whatever this is set to is the gain, the output volume you're going to get out through that DB25 connection that I made. Also, you're getting the EQ that you're setting up on that channel. So if you want to pre-EQ your drums so that you have a bass EQ for your drums, a certain sound that you want, you can also, you're going to get that. Additionally, you're going to get, if you apply any effects, any compressors on the inserts for that channel, you're also going to get that. It's going to come out through that same connection I made on the board. So you're getting all of that. The only thing you're not getting, it's the slider effect control. And I tried doing that, but in the process of this movement of the slider, I was getting a lot of noise. So I just went ahead and stayed with the volume on the channel strip at the top. Now let me show you what this sounds like so you can see that what I'm talking about works. So right now I'm connected on channel 8. I'm going to bring all the volume down. I'm going to mute it. Now the mic is going to start sound, my voice will sound different now because I'm going to use the mic. So right now I'm have the mic in my mouth. I'm going to start putting up the gain on channel 8. Test, test, test. So there's the sound now coming out of the speakers. Now I'm going to knock down all the EQs here so you can hear the difference in my voice. Test, 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 test. So as you can see, what you're hearing right now, it's the output that I'm getting out of the DV25 into my module here into the computer. So, you know, that gives you evidence, proof that I'm getting exactly a post of whatever I put on the channel. So if I put bass, 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 you're gonna get that. Whatever you put on the EQ, test, 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 you're gonna get that. So I think this is pretty cool, pretty handy. You can do a pre-EQ on drums or whatever that is you want to record, so you can get that warmth sound of this analog board. And remember, you're also getting whatever inserts you put on this channel. If you put a compressor, a limiter, whatever it may be, you're gonna get that also coming out from that connector I made. So the other cool thing is that if I use the mute button, you can no longer hear it in the speaker. So that's pretty cool. You have that control of the board also. And the other thing is you also have the visual over here on the meter, you know, where your volume gain is. So that way you can see, you know, how hot your signal is, if you need more or if you need less. So I want to lower the volume here on the module. I'll bring it down. So it's about 9 o'clock. I'm going to start putting up my gain on the board. Test, test, test. So now, I don't know if you can catch that in the video here. You see how my signal is greater. And my volume on the module is pretty low. And I don't hear any ground, any noise, any static. It's very clean. So, you know, I'm happy about the outcome on this so far. I got to test the other 8 channels. I feel pretty confident that they're going to be the same. So, you know, if this works for you, if this is something you want to try, I tried this on the Allen Heath ZED24. I have not looked at other boards from Allen Heath. This is the first one I opened. So if you have any of the GL boards, if you want to shoot me a picture of one of the channel strips, or look at the channel strips I have on the video, if you find a connector that is the same as the one that you see on this one, I can say easily 90% sure that it's going to be the same, and you can do the same thing with that board to get the same thing that I'm getting here. I know some of the GL mixers. They have a 6-band EQ, so I think that's pretty cool. You have more frequencies to play with. But this is the one I have, and I hope this is something that can be of help for someone that's looking to do something with their board. Because I know the digital world is taking over. So, but definitely the analog boards always have a unique sound to them that I think that recordings can benefit from it. So I hope this helps you guys. And leave a message on the comments. Any questions? If there's anything that I can do to help, I'd be more than happy to give you any guidance, drawings that I can make. So blessings to all of you, and I hope this is of a blessing for you.